Law of God. The law of God pertaining to the law of the beast, the law of the fowl, the law of every living creatures that moveth in the waters, and the law of every creatures that creepeth upon the earth. Leviticus chapter 11 verse 46. The purpose of the law of God is to make the difference between unclean and the clean, and between the best that may be eaten and the best that may not be eaten. Leviticus chapter 11 verse 47. Ye shall therefore put difference between clean beasts and unclean, and between unclean fowls and clean, and ye shall not make your soul abominable by beast, or by fowl, or by any manner of living things that creepeth on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean. Leviticus 20:25. God ordered his people to keep my statutes and do them. Sanctify yourself therefore, and be holy, for I am the Lord your God, and ye shall keep my statutes and do them. I am the Lord which sanctify you. Leviticus 20, verse 7 to 8. And ye shall keep my statutes and do them. I am the Lord which sanctify you. Leviticus 20, verse 7 to 8. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all nations that are upon the earth. Thou shalt not eat any abominable things. Thou shalt not eat any abominable things. Deuteronomy chapter 14 verse 2 to 3. Nations eating abominable things are people abiding not the law of God. Written in Leviticus chapter 11 and Deuteronomy chapter 14. Nations eating abominable things are people abiding not the law of God, written in Leviticus chapter 11 and Deuteronomy chapter 14. Nations eating abominable things are people abiding not the law of God. There are two big questions need a precise answer. There are two big questions need a precise answer. What are common food intakes of rebellious people that always provoke God? What are common food intakes of rebellious people that always provoke God? Isaiah 65 verse 2 to 5. What will happen to those people eating abominable things? What will happen to those people eating abominable things? What are common food intakes of rebellious people that always provoke God? I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good, after their own thoughts. A people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifices in gardens, and burneth incense upon altars of bricks, which remain among the graves, and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine flesh, and brought abominable things in their vessel, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. Isaiah 65 verse 2 to 5. Rebellious people eating swine flesh. Rebellious people eating swine flesh, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine flesh, and brought of abominable things in their vessels, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. The coming of the Lord. What will happen to those people eating abominable things? what will happen to those people eating abominable thing. Isaiah 66 verse 15 to 17. For the Lord will come with fire, and with chariots like whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his word will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine flesh, and abominations and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine flesh, and the abominations and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. Consumed together, saith the Lord. Isaiah 66 verse 15 to 17. Eating swine flesh. Eating rat's flesh or eating mouse flesh shall be consumed together, saith the Lord, when he comes. Therefore, obedience of the law of God is of God. Obedience of the law of God is of God. Disobedience of the law of God is of the devil. Disobedience of the law of God is of the devil. The desire of God to his people, and ye shall be holy unto me, for I am the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine. Leviticus 20 verse 26. Sanctify yourselves, and be holy, for I am the Lord your God, and ye shall keep my statutes, and do them. I am the Lord which sanctify you. And ye shall keep my statutes, and do them. I am the Lord which sanctify you. The true believers of God, or the true believers of Jesus Christ, must be holy. Holy people above all nations. Thou shalt not eat any abominable thing. Deuteronomy chapter 14 verse 2 to 3.